This is part 2 of another serious topic, you feel me? Even though rest in peace Charlie Kirk, I don't rock with the man. I'm not gonna sit here in front like, oh my god, I love Charlie Kirk. I'm not gonna do none of that. A lot of stuff that he said to other communities besides my own was pushing propaganda and bullshit narratives about other peoples and cultures. So I don't fuck with that.
Reid and Michelle Obama and Sheila Jackson Lee and Ketanji Brown Jackson were affirmative action picks, we would have been called the racist. But now they're coming out and they're saying it for us. They're coming out and they're saying, I'm only here because of affirmative action. Yeah, we know. You do not have the brain processing power to otherwise be taken really seriously. You had to go steal a white person's slot to go be taken somewhat seriously.
But I will say, I don't think a person, anybody, deserves to be killed over their words. That's despicable and it's nasty. I did not know that Turning Point USA, which is Charlie Kirk company, was backed by Israel. I didn't know they got funded from Israel at all. Like, ever since after his death, that's when I started learning about this shit. Feel me? This video right here is called Charlie Kirk video that keeps getting removed off of several platforms. And I did watch a little bit of it, and he's talking about Israel and how he switched up, because he used to be very pro-Israel.
The greatest trip I ever took was to Israel, and the second greatest trip I ever took was to Israel, and I've only been there twice. I'm a huge supporter of the Holy Land, of Judea and Samaria, and up against the terrorist organizations, Hezbollah, and the Palestinian Authority. I go to college campuses, and I've spoke at more college campuses than any Christian conservative in the last couple of years. Stanford, Berkeley, Brown, UCLA, University of Texas, University of Michigan, Michigan State University, you name it, I've probably spoken at it. Major universities or states all across the country, from Montana State to Maine. And I am confronted many times by young Christians that believe that Israel is an oppressive apartheid state that basically should not exist in its current form. And so I'm here to clearly communicate to you that we have to do a much better job of communicating, of conveying, I should say, the geopolitical significance of the state of Israel. The world's a better place because of the state of Israel. We have all three monotheistic religions represented in the Israeli Knesset and the Israeli Supreme Court.
Oh, this is the Bible, blah, blah, blah. And then he started switching his stance up, and then a couple weeks later, you know what happened. So this is quote-unquote conspiracy, but we know Israel has done this before. So, feel me? JFK.
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
And the Israeli hard-right government has a mandate, I gotta be careful the way I say this, they're gonna try to ethnically cleanse Gaza.
To even say I have to basically block my own speech to say this means something, son. It means something. It means something. And the fact that literally right after Charlie Kirk got unalived, Netanyahu goes, I apologize. We sorry. Oh my God, we can't believe this. Ha 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 ha. Not he ain't live, but come on, bro. It's scripted. You can't tell me. All right, bro. Let's listen, Charlie.
I mean that's and I don't use that term lightly. Okay, they're talking about basically removing 2.5 million people from there. Okay,
facts.
And honestly, they have a mandate to go seek justice and revenge. They do. There is this idea that they need to have a truce or a peace treaty. That's morally crap. After you see women and children be burned alive and dragged to the streets.
Talk.
But there are some serious questions here, Patrick. And let me tell you, my pattern recognition over the last 5 years has become pretty sharp. COVID, Maui fires, Epstein.
Yep.
When I see a story and it doesn't click, our guts are usually right. So I've been to Israel many times. The whole country's a fortress.
And he's not lying, because think about after he got unalive, the story didn't make sense. The story didn't make sense at all. So this white liberal guy with bullets that was engraved with some trans shit, and he was end up being the dude, I don't know his name, end up being a trans quote unquote lover. You feel me? No disrespect to people who's tranny, whatever. You feel me? Like, that doesn't make sense.
A bullshit.
Feel me? That whole shit don't. Who engraves bullets like that? Like, that whole story don't make sense, son. And then you know how crazy it is, because people so emotional, they believed it. Before we even had evidence, of who the fuck did it, there's people on a platform. I'm gonna say it, Adam Calhoun. You feel me? Salute. But you was one of the first people before anybody knew anything. Set up a camera while you was crying. You was crying already. Then set the camera up, right?
Charlie Kirk just got shot and he's dead. He was using his God-given right to freedom of speech and was murdered by a coward. I don't care. And you know, I hate these fucking liberals. They are the biggest pieces of shit and terrorists in the world. I wish they would let us go to war with all of them.
And then you stated, they need to take the gloves off for us. We need to go kill the left. We got to do that. Why would you do that when you don't have no information and you know how big your platform is? You feel me? And then there was a couple people, Tom McDonald, when he made his tribute to Charlie Kirk, which was a good song, by the way, right? And the lyrics, he's stating we need to go after the left before we even knew what the fuck was going on.
My nigga, you cannot do that. That's not okay.
You feel me? And these are two people in different, two different genres, Tom McDonald and Adam Calhoun, who used their platform to rage a war against the left, right? I'm not with left, right, none of that. I'm in the middle. But I'm just saying, why would you use your platform in that manner when you don't know the facts? We didn't know the facts. You feel me? So that means the propaganda machine used you to stir up your fan base, and now everybody has more attention. And then that stirred up the racists that started coming at the black colleges, which was crazy, because what the fuck we do? We ain't kill that nigga. Like, we ain't kill this man. Like, you feel me? Shit is nasty, son. Shit is nasty. And the fact that he's saying these things beforehand and didn't happen right after he passed, crazy.
When I first heard this story, I still had the same gut instinct that I did initially. I find this very hard to believe. I've been to that Gaza border. You cannot go 10 feet without running into a 19-year-old with an AR-15 or an automatic machine gun that's an IDF soldier. Right, the whole country is surveilled.
And then you got people from the IDF who has done interviews since the October 7th shit and was told by Netanyahu and his people who's in command of that military over there to leave the border.
אז ב-5:20 בבוקר אנחנו יושבים ליד הקשר כדי לא להעיר מאזין, והסמג"ד שלי, ניר בוינפלק, שגם הוא נפצע קשה, וברוך השם הוא שרד, פתאום עולה בקשר בהודעה מוזרה. כל התחנות, לא יודע למה, לא יודע איך, משהו בסגנון הזה, אין סיור בגדר עד 9 בבוקר.
באיזה שעה זה?
5:20 בבוקר.
כל תחנות נשארים כאן משנה, אז מבחינת קרקע ואויב אין לנו דברים משמעותיים. מבחינת כוחותינו יצאה הנחיה מהחטיבה שעד השעה 9 בבוקר מול הערכת המצב, אף כלי לא מגיע לבורמה. אני חוזר שוב, עד 9 בבוקר ואל מול הערכת המצב, אף כלי לא לבורמה. נמצאים בנקודות זינוק אחוריות, מהנחיית חטיבה, לא יודע בדיוק למה, לא שואל יותר מדי, זאת ההנחיה, זה מה שאנחנו עושים.
קצת לפני שהכל מתחיל. ואיתמר דופק לנו פרצוף כזה של מה? ואתה יודע, אנחנו חיילים פשוטים סך הכל, לוחמים, לא מפקדים ולא קצינים שנוכל לשאול שאלות, זו הוראה של הסמג"ד. מקבלים את הפקודה הזאת ולא שואלים שאלות. הורדת פקודה רגילה. ובאמת, אחרי שעה, 6:30, פתאום אזעקות.
So that means you wanted Hamas to come over there and do what they did. Come on, bro. It's a game, bro. The world is a stage, in the words of George Carlin. The world is a stage, bro. The world is a fucking stage. All this shit is acts, bro. It's sad. And real lives is on the line because these people are playing puppeteer. Let's go.
So let me just kind of go through this. We don't talk about Israeli politics very often, and most Americans don't know this. The last 9 months, Israel is on the brink of civil war. It's not an exaggeration. This judicial stuff, there were hundreds of thousands of Israelis taking to the streets because Bibi Netanyahu was basically redefining the Israeli constitution. That's not an exaggeration, right? He said the judicial branch has too much power. There were protests planned this week against Netanyahu, where they anticipated tens of thousands of people to take to the streets. That's all gone, Patrick. Damn. Netanyahu now has an emergency government and a mandate to lead. I'm not.
That's crazy, son. Y'all don't. He's literally with the help of the Rothschilds, because the Rothschilds, you know, they the ones who run this shit when it comes to the central banking, right? And the Rockefellers and whatever, the Bilderbergs, whatever, we're gonna talk about that, right? They're literally taking rights away of people in Israel who's protesting this shit. There's people on the land of Israel protesting, hey, this is some fucked up shit over here. What the fuck is niggas doing? And then, for the sad part about it is, now over here, we blaming all the Jews. Nigga, feel me? Think about it. We blaming all the Jews and people of Israel for all the shit that's going on when it's not even them. It's these Zionists that's doing it. There's a distinction, bro. Like, you feel me? It's Zionists doing it. These Jews who come from Europe and act like they're the people of the Bible, but they really... I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. I need my YouTube channel. I ain't gonna front. I need my YouTube channel, so I won't say it.
Money, this money, that profit will make me wallet fat.
But I need to have this discussion on Rumble though. So I think I'm gonna have a link in the description for my Rumble, because this is some bullshit, son. This is some fucking bullshit, son. Charlie, this is why he got Unalive.
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
Not because he was, he had free speech and he was talking. Nah, this is why. Because he told the truth. And he took money from the people he told the truth about.
Allegedly, that's ignorant.
And you know you can't do that. It's a nasty game, son. Finish your words, Charlie.
Not willing to go so far that saying that Netanyahu knew or there was intelligence here, but I think some questions need to be asked. Was there a stand down order?
It was.
Was there a stand down order?
It was.
6 hours?
Big screen, son. Charlie Kirk was allegedly, because you know YouTube, I don't know. This is allegedly. He was allegedly unalive because he went against. That's it. When you go against, going against the central banks, the ones that run this shit, the one that's dropping bombs everywhere else, who's doing land grabs using our bodies for doing so. The Rothschilds, the Bilderbergs, the Rockefellers, all these fucking families that control all of us. He went against them or one of their families, and they did what they did. Allegedly. I don't know. That's a conspiracy, guys. Feel me? I love the government. I love what the world is. I love waking up for a 9 to 5 and barely getting to see my family and shit like that, and putting food on our table and paying rents that keep increasing every year. I love that. You feel me? That's the way America's supposed to be. That's the way the world's supposed to be. We're supposed to be working till we die, y'all. That's what we are. We are tools to help the earth benefit from the. I can't even do it, son. I can't even do it. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Wasn't a fan heavy. Feel me? You did have some talking points that I did love, and I respect it. But you ain't supposed to go out like that, gang. You wasn't supposed to go out like that, my brother.